is not an elimination round, so you need not worry about it, but it is a mandatory round. So once you're getting shortlisted in your aptitude or technical assessment, please make sure that you appear for your communication assessment and finish it. So for Gen C students, the round 2B would be a subject matter expert interview. When I say subject matter expert interview, we have already told it's okay if you don't have any programming knowledge, right? So this interview would be based on your core background. For example, you're from civil, you're from mechanical. So from that, an employee from our end would be trying to understand how much of expertise you have in that particular subject. So it's based on the background that you choose. And for technical interview, there will be certain options that will be provided in the application. You have to select those options, and based on that, your skills would be subjected to different queries and all that. So you can expect those questions in your technical interview. And while registering, please make sure, don't make this mistake. For Gen C, if you're opting, you should select the aptitude assessment, and for Gen C Elevate, you should select the technical assessment. So as you can see, once the registration process is done, there will be a screening process that will go ahead. We'll try to understand if you're meeting all the eligibility criteria and all that. So that screening process takes place, and once it's done, we'll put you into technical assessment and aptitude assessment based on what category you've chosen. So please understand that only BE or BTech, MTech, and MCA, MSc, these students would be, and circuit branches. When I say circuit branches, it is CS and IT, can apply for Gen C Elevate. So if you're not from these branches, but you're very sure that, I have really good skills in one of the programming language or any other skill that you want to show up, you can apply for Gen C Elevate, but you need to provide certain evidence, some certifications or approval from your TPOs or any kind of those evidence. Certifications has to be uploaded when you're registering. So once we are going with the process, if we find that the evidence that you've given, certification that you've given for Gen C Elevate does not meet the criteria that we are looking for, then we would be putting your, from Gen C Elevate, we would shift you to Gen C. So please make sure that when you're providing certifications, please provide the correct certifications. So as you can see, once the technical assessment and aptitude assessment gets over, the shortlisted students would have communication assessment. This would be for both Gen C and Gen C Elevate. And then we'll have a technical interview for Gen C Elevate and SME, that is subject matter expert interview for Gen C. Okay. Okay, I guess I've covered all the details. So hiring approach, so generally we go on round 1, round 2, and round 3. Don't worry, all the colleges you are part of, are coming under round 1. So you need not worry a lot about round 2 and round 3. You have come in this August to October. You're the first lot, so you need not worry about the other 2 rounds here. So the next is the internship and the CST. This is something that Maya also added some points in her video before. So once you get selected, we offer an internship. So this internship is purely based on demands, the skill demand that we have in the market. So once you get in, change of skill tracks will not be an option unless it is business driven. And 70% of internship could be at Cognizant office location. We would like you to come in, work from office. And guys, please be aware that the stipend for internship is very different for office internships and virtual internships. You should be aware of that. Training could be hybrid, but the intern would have to report to an office. But there are certain cases where the select students can't go for internships, right? Maybe in your college there is no flexibility. You have to attend the semester from college, so you will not have that flexibility to go for internship to office and everything. So for that we have this continuous skill development program. This is a very, very flexible thing, but it is very mandatory for all the selects. You need to finish all the modules that is present there, and these kind of things help you even before you join the job and start working. So these things can help you up your skill a lot even before you get put into projects that you're industry ready, you're market ready to go and start working immediately. So these are some of the registration eligibility criteria. I think many of the students sometimes ask, I have 60% in 10th and 12th, but I do not have, I have only 50% in diploma. Am I eligible? Sorry guys, in all 10th, 12th, diploma, UG and PG, whatever you have completed, 60% is mandatory. Please ensure that. And then students with standing arrears, that is from 1st to 5th semesters or more than 2 years of gap in education, are not eligible. Yeah. And mandatory documents for registration, resume attached with passport size photograph, and all the academic documents that are, including the school certificates, college ID card, college semester mark sheet, whatever it is applicable to you, you will need to upload all those documents. Okay, so I think this is the slide you guys are looking forward, right? So what happens in the aptitude test? What happens in the technical test? How much time does it take? What parts? You can refer everything in this slide. If you want, you can go ahead and take a screenshot or note all those points down. So as you can see, for aptitude, it's 100 minutes, 3 sections, just how an aptitude exam goes, right? You have quantitative, you have verb, and you have analytical and logical. And when it goes for technical assessment, there can be 2 sections. One is programming constructs, and second one is data structures and algorithms. You can see all the other specifics that is given there. That is basic programming ability, control structures. What are the, you keep coming and asking us what is the level of competency that is required. You can go through these topics. These are the topics in which we are going to test your skill and everything. Then there is section 3 for database and SQL, which will also be during your interview. And basic programming language, whichever one you've chosen when you're giving your application, right? Whichever skill you feel like, I'm good at Java, I'm good at Python, I'm good at C or C Sharp. So all that will happen. And for your communication assessment, which is mandatory, but it's not an elimination round, you will be given 45 minutes of time, 3 sections, reading, grammar, comprehension, listening, and speaking. So we've come to the points to note. So technical requirement for test, guys, please make sure that you have your ID card in hand when you're going to take the assessment, because you'll be asked to click a picture of yourself with the ID before you enter any assessment. So make sure you have it. And please don't come back and say, sir, ma'am, I faced a network issue during my assessment. We all know that this is an online exam that we're going to have. So please try to find a place where the connectivity is really good. Have a backup. Always have a backup. If the power goes on, do you have any other system that you can connect to? Please plan all those things. Please don't come back with network issues. That is one thing that you guys have to take care of. And always sit in a place where the light is on your face, so that it is very clear. Try to sit in a background where there is only a wall or a plain background. Don't try to, the way I'm sitting, I don't think it is preferable for a test, because the entire room is available. So what if the wind comes in and the curtain keeps shaking, right? It will, the screen will detect some movement in the background. So why to give all those options for the screen? Because all the assessment that you're going to take online is auto proctoring. So everything is going to be found by the system in the background itself. So if it finds that you're doing some malpractice, then and there you will be taken out of the eligible list. We won't have any access, we won't have any hand over that. So if there is something that you're doing, please make sure you're doing it the right way. And other things, I think it's given pretty clearly there. You know that you have to make sure your camera is working, your microphones are working. Please give allow notifications and all that, and take the test. And make sure you install, see, whatever assessment we're gonna have, whatever platforms we're gonna have, we'll be sending you a detailed mailer. We'll be sharing it with your placement officers, and they'll be sharing it with you. So once you receive such mailers, for example, you need to download and install some browser for an assessment, please make sure 2 days or 1 day before the test, you download it, you install it, take all the system checks that has to be taken, be it audio or be it system compatibility check. Make sure you do it right before the assessment date. Don't do it on the assessment date. Then right before, for example, the 5 p.m. your test, you sit at 4:30 and install everything. Obviously, you will come up with some issues. We'll not be able to fix it. We'll not have enough bandwidth, right? So go through all the mailers that we send you. Every instruction will be there. Please understand everything. And if you have any doubts, you can always reach out to your placement officers, and we are here to help you. So make sure that you do all the requests from your end also, so that we can have a very issue-free assessment in the upcoming days. I think I've covered most of the things that you would want to hear about. And for any questions, I think you've already started popping questions in the chat box. So we would go there and start, answering your questions. If we are placed in Gen Z role through the digital nurture program, so can we apply for Gen Z Elevate now? Kaustubh, you want to take this?
Yeah, sorry, can you please tell me?
Yeah, if we are placed in a Gen Z role through the digital nurture program, can we apply for Gen Z Elevate now? No, right?
No, you
Yeah.
don't apply for the Gen Z Elevate because guys, see what happening, like you already placed, you are already have an offer from Cognizant. So how can you apply for Gen Z Elevate one more time? So that is the question. So you already placed, you already have an offer letter. So no need to apply for any of the role, Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate.
Okay, Cognizance and employee abroad if any employer want more knowledge and skill. Guys, this is purely based on demand, right? Only if your project requires those kind of things, they would be sending you. But I think it's mostly everything is online now, everything is virtual now. So I am not sure how to answer the question. It's demand based, guys. It's depending upon the project that will be placed in. Next is option is in Cognizant who are from non-Cs and this background just civil. It's my query. I'm not able to understand the question. I think
Okay,
you're asking.
Aarti,
Yeah.
Aarti, I'm giving the answer for this question. I think the student is asking for that option in Cognizant who are from non-circuit background, such as civil. It's my query. Okay, yes, so you can apply for a Gen C. If any candidate from non-circuit background, if you are we are from civil, mechanical, electrical, or any of the background, you can apply for the Gen C. Gen C is open for all because we already mentioned that the Gen C, we have an aptitude assessment, we have a SME interview. SME interview means it's completely based on your background, so you can apply for the Gen C program.
Okay.
I hope I'm clearing an doubt.
Yeah. So can we apply for both Gen Z and Gen Z Elevate? No, guys. Please, everybody who is here, please listen to this. Don't keep asking this question. You can't apply for both the categories. You can apply for either Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate. When I'm answering this, I'll take one more question. If I apply for Gen Z Elevate and in some cases I can't crack it, so in such case, can I seat for Gen Z? See, placing you in Gen Z and for example, you apply for Gen Z Elevate and we feel like the evidence that you've provided for your skill is not valid, we might put you in Gen Z. All this will happen even before you take your aptitude assessment. So you going along with the Gen Z Elevate, hiring process, finishing test after test, and then you feel like, okay, I can't get placed here. Can I go back to Gen Z? You're asking. That is not applicable. You have to select before the assessment starts. Nothing will be changed once the aptitude assessment starts. I hope I'm clear here. Ma'am, I've already applied for Gen Z Elevate but didn't upload the certification. So please provide me some way to highlight my certification and coding ranks. Okay, so for this, you can approach your placement officer. They have an option to revoke your application and you can reapply again. So when you're doing that, you'll be able to edit all these things. Some students have done 12th as well as diploma. So what will be considered? I think you can give in the educational details for both 12th and diploma, and you can provide the documents wherever necessary. Communication round is not elimination, right? No, it is not elimination, as I told, but it is mandatory. You have to take the communication assessment. The scores will be used in the prior stage, in a later stage, to understand your soft skills, to which projects you can be placed and all that. For that, this communication assessment is being given. Will there be sectional cutoff in aptitude round? Kaustubh, you want to take this? No, right?
Yes. So guys, we have a sectional cutoff, but it's completely depends on the vendor. Okay, the sectional cutoff might be have 50%, might be have 60%, so it's not fixed it. So I'm just telling you, like, guys, you be prepared well. You can just think about stuff more than 80%, and you can prepare like that only. So it depends on all the vendor. It depends on vendor. So we can't say like that. It's a sectional cutoff for all. To just perform well, it's your duty. Narthi, I'm just taking one or two questions over here. Actually, you just drop that questions. The question is like that. What will be the difficulty level of coding questions for Gen Z Elevate? Yes, guys. I'm telling you, I can say like that the Elevate technical assessment is like more than average. Yes, the difficult level will be there. It's more than average. And the second question is, okay, what some students have done 12 as well as diploma, so what will be considered? Yes, this is the actually it's a great question. So yes, we will consider a 12. If you completed 12th as well as diploma, so in that condition, we will consider a 12th marks, not a diploma marks. But if you can't do the 12th, and if you are doing just only the diploma, in that case only we will consider diploma's marks. Otherwise, we will consider 12th only. And we have a very strict criteria, 60% in your 10, 12, diploma, engineering, and PG everywhere. I hope it's clear for you all.
So, Kaustav, are any more inquiries coming up? Or
Yes. I'm just clearing the doubt. No worries.
sure.
So Ananta Soni says like that. First is there is any mistake in the application from we can withdraw if Superset can apply again. Yes, you can talk with the placement officers and tell him to withdraw the applications, and you can reapply one more time. It's a Snehal Pohakar asked like that, what kind of certifications required as proof? So Snehal wants to tell you like that, we want a certifications in which at least mention like that you have a hands-on experience on a particular programming language. At least you completed some internship, you completed some projects on a particular language. So we will consider such type of certifications. Then the question is from Shivam, if I have placed in Gen Z, after I can upgrade in Gen Z Elevate? Yes, we already mentioned like that we have a program of Gen Z Digital Honor. So in that Digital Honor programs, you can complete only the 6 months in Cognizant after getting the offer letter. Then you have a chance. If you are a well performing Gen Z, then you have a chance to upgrade yourself from Gen Z Elevate, Gen Z Pro, Gen Z Next, whatever it is. Then Priyansh is asking like that a CS background student should go with which Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate. Yes, you can go with any of them, whatever you want. But if you want to apply for Gen Z Elevate, you at least you have some hands-on experience on that. And after that, Girija Gupte, Girija Gupte asked like that, ma'am, being from a code department, I have gained skill regarding coding from YouTube. So how can you show the evidence from the same in order to apply for Gen Z Elevate? So Girija, I'm so sorry for that. You can't apply for the Gen Z Elevate because we want a proof from you guys. Bhargavi Rao asks like that, if we are into a B, is it compulsory to apply for Gen Z Elevate? No, it's not compulsory. It completely depends on your background. If you are from circuit background, please apply for Gen Z Elevate. And if you are from non-circuit, please apply for Gen Z. But one thing I want to mention over here, if you are from mechanical background or electrical or civil or whatever the background you are from, if you have a hands-on experience on any of the programming language, then please talk with the placement officers, tell him or her like to send a mail to me, then we will allow you for Gen Z Elevate. The next question is from Piyush. I was selected for Gen Z Pro, but I have applied for Gen Z Elevate also. So now for which exams category I will be sitting for? So Piyush, it's completely your call. So I was selected for Gen Z Pro, but applied for OK. So now you are applied for the Gen Z Elevate. So definitely your Gen Z Pro candidate is already cancelled. So now you can apply for apply the exam for Gen Z Elevate only. And Sarthak Chaturvedi asks for technical assessment is elimination round. Exactly, it's an elimination round. Riddhi Jain asks for ENTC students can apply for Gen Z Elevate. Yes, you can apply for Gen Z Elevate, but the criteria is same. You have a hands-on experience on the programming language. Shobhit is asking for if we have given digital nurture paper, but we are unselected in process and could not move any further in process. So can I visit Gen Z? Yes, you can apply for Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate. Yes, you can apply. Then Saurabh Deshmukh is asking for, I am from mechanical background, can I apply for Gen Z Elevate? Ideally, you are not applying for the Agency Elevate, but if you have a hands-on experience on any of the programming knowledge, language, or if you have a proper certification of that, then you please apply for Agency Elevate. You please talk with the placement officers, tell him to drop a mail to me. We will definitely allow you for Agency Elevate. Abhinav Goyal is asking for that. What is the CTC for Gen C and Gen C Elevate profile? I guess Abhinav, we already mentioned everything in our placement officers. Presentation. I don't know what you are doing that time, but yes, I'm telling you for Gen C it's 4 lakh and Gen C Elevate it's a 4.25 lakh. Siddhant Soni is asking for that. What are ways to get into Cognizant with less than 60% criteria? No, it's Cognizant is have a very strict criteria. We are not entertained if you have a below 60% criteria. I guess there are many repetitive questions here. So Prapti Sonon is asking for that. What if we get selected in Gen C Elevate? Can we apply for Gen C next? Yes, you can apply, but through digital honor program only. So first of all, first 6 months you can be a Gen C Elevate only. After that, the digital honor program, if you can crack that assessment, then and only then we will accelerate your career. We will accelerate your profile. Dharya Thakkar is asking for what are the tentative dates of technical or aptitude assessment. I guess Dharya, what are you doing in the presentation? I really don't know. Everything is mentioned in that presentation. So tentative dates or technical or aptitude is like that. Guys, we are planning incoming 10th or 11th of August, sorry, September, for this technical or aptitude assessment. Yash Pandey is asking, ma'am, I am a AWS certified cloud practitioner and preparing for solution architect associate exam. Then which role is more suitable to me? Yes, you can apply for the Gen C Elevate. Nayan Kanabre is asking, could you please give a specific number that how much you recruit like in those of the mentioned programs? Nayan, we can't say like that. Okay, I think so for these type of questions, you please talk with the placement officers. But if I'm telling you, if you all guys are perform well, we will select all of you. So Cognizance always believes in quality. If you are excellent in your background, excellent in your quality, Cognizance will definitely hire you. I guess then I'm pretty much clear your doubt. Mayuresh is asking like that, ma'am, if my Wi-Fi runs out due to slow distractions, can I switch to my mobile hotspot? Will this affect my test or will be answered with safe? Yes, it will be affected on your test. So Mayuresh, I am suggesting you please check your network connection at least 10 times before the test. Sagar is asking, I have applied for Gen C yesterday. Can I change it to Gen C Elevate now? Sagar, we already mentioned everything. Like you have hands-on experience. You please talk with the placement officers. Tell him to withdraw your applications, and you can apply for Gen C Elevate. But the one thing is mentioned over here. If we can find it out, Sagar, like you are not fitted for Gen C Elevate, then we will transfer your candidature to Gen C only. Kunal is asking, should we have to attach our mark sheets and photographs with resumes while applying in Superset portal? Yes, yes, Kunal, you can apply. I guess there are many repetitive questions are here. Sovik is asked for like after entering Gen C Cognizant room and food facilities are provided by company or we have to pay our salary. So Sovik, I think so this is not a right time to tell you about all these things. You please focus on your assessment first. If you can focus, you can just aim like that. You will crack all these assessments, interviews, and everything. Whenever you will get an on offer letter from Cognizant side, we are here to tell you all the things. Don't worry about it. Mm, Vishaka Saini is asking like that, ma'am. As I may got selected in written test in Gen C Pro, but now my college is saying that Cognizant is not coming for that. Now what to do for that? Do I have to fill form of Gen C or not? Vishaka, one thing I'm very much clear from my side. Like, I really don't know, like, you are applying from which Gen Z Pro. But yes, Vishaka, it's your call. If you want to wait for interviews from Cognizant side, you can wait. And if you don't have a patience, you can apply for Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate. It's completely your call, Vishaka. Whatever you want, you can do. Neha Jagdish Patil is asking, is SME interview round is elimination? Of course, it's an elimination round. Karan is asking when the Gen Z next drive will come in future. Karan, I'm just suggesting you don't depends on Gen Z next drive because it completely depends on the business demand. Whenever we will get a business demand, then and only then that time we will open the Gen Z next drive. So currently you can focus on Gen Z and Gen Z Elevate. Pawan is asking, will be able to apply for pro and next role later? Yes, Pawan. I guess I already mentioned many times, like we have a digital honor program. You can apply for that. I guess, Aarti, there are almost we cover all the questions. Many repetitive questions is like here right now.
Yes, Kaustav, yes.
One more question is Anmol is asking, some of us have done diploma and then got admitted in first year engineering, so it will be considered as educational gap. Anmol, I really don't know how is it possible because whenever you guys are doing a diploma, then you can directly enter a second year of engineering. But if you don't have a gap, education gap more than a 2 years, then you can apply. No problem. Arvind is asking how many questions in aptitude test. Arvind, I guess it's completely depends on a vendor. We can't fix it like that. You please just focused on what are the topics in aptitude. Don't worry about how many questions are there and all. Chaital is asking, can we give both Gen Z and Gen Z Elevate? No, you can either apply for Gen Z or Gen Z Elevate. Now it's all the repetitive question over here. Anushka Sunil is asking, is NPTEL certification enough for Gen Z Elevate? Yes, Anushka, you can apply for that. We have a proper solution team. Our solution team can find it out that NTPL certification is enough for Gen Z Elevate. Then we will definitely allow you for Elevate. Otherwise, we will transfer your candidate to Gen Z. So Aarti, I guess almost all the repetitive question.
Yes, Kaustav. So everyone, I think Kaustav has, clearly provided answers for all your queries. So I think we can close the session. If you come up with any issues when you're going through the registration process, please contact your placement officer immediately. We can provide you the solution. It's not an issue if you're coming with some technical glitches or anything. So all the other issues, I think you should be able to take care of by yourself, or you can contact your placement officer for that. And please, guys, use your weekend and please finish your registering process by this weekend itself. Don't wait for the last day. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for paying attention. And thank you so much, Costa, for clearing all the doubts and queries. We'll
Yeah,
close
thanks,
the
Aarti.
session, right? Yeah, we'll end the
Thanks,
session.
thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining the session. Now we are just going to conclude the session. You please log off. If you have any queries, if you have any question, please talk with the placement officers. We already convey all the messages to him. So don't worry, and be all the very best for the interviews and assessments. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, guys. Thank you.